So what's up? What's the deal, guys? Welcome back to another edition of JA News. Salute to you for tuning in. As always, I'm covering the latest stories here in the world of sneakers. Stay tuned. It looks like we got an interesting Yeezy update that sneakerheads should be very excited for. Stay tuned for that. Plus more. It's coming right up next. So if you're enjoying JA News, let me know by dropping a thumbs up. You can catch new episodes weekdays, so be sure to subscribe. Don't miss any updates. Now, we're gonna kick today's show off. According to sources, it looks like we have multiple SKUs of the Tom Sachs GPS loaded onto the back end of Nike, which could lead up to a potential release. Now, this news right here may come as a surprise to many, as earlier this year, several shocking allegations were made against the artist. Nike responded, stating that in regards to a release, that at this time, they have no release dates planned. So it looks like Nike was trying to distance themselves from the artist. People kind of took that quote and ran with it, stating that Nike and Tom Sachs would no longer be working together. But it looks like, according to this new find, it looks like Nike has different plans. So could it be that they were just kind of waiting for the heat to kind of die down on the controversial artist, and then once things cooled off, get back to resuming regular business? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Right now, all we know is that multiple SKUs are loaded onto the back end. So no official word from Nike if they are planning to resume activities with Tom Sachs. So stay tuned for more updates regarding this situation. And ahead of this upcoming NBA season, it looks like the Jordan brand has officially unveiled the upcoming Air Jordan 38. And according to the official press release, the AJ 38 looks 30 years to the past, utilizing the Air Jordan 8 as a point of inspiration. So I was kind of having a hard time seeing the Jordan 8 in these, but according to the Jordan brand, when you flip these shoes over on the bottom, you'll notice this X shape, which apparently is a nod to the straps from the Air Jordan 8. So while I feel like these joints don't look too great, they kind of have a bulky look to them. You know, as long as they perform well on the court, Jordan brand should have another hit on their hands. But on the other side of things, I feel like it's been decades since Jordan brand has been able to accomplish a sneaker that is not only functional on the court, but also looks good off the court. So maybe one day they can accomplish that again. But in the meantime, be on the lookout for the Air Jordan 38, scheduled to drop August 18th for a retail of $200. And the corporation which somehow infiltrated the sneaker community, Mschf, they are back with the follow-up to the Big Red Boots, which somehow Complex named as one of the best new sneaker designs of 2023. So they are back with the big black boots. You guessed right. So I don't know if I'm just getting old or what, but these joints just ain't it. Plus, based off the fact that the Big Red Boots are now selling for under retail, it seems as though hype beasts have moved on from the Mschf train. So maybe if we just start to ignore them altogether, they'll just simply go away. And lastly, we got that big Yeezy update, an exclusive update that everybody's been waiting for. It seems like the Yeezy updates have been kind of dry as of lately. Although we did get this whole big Yeezy Day style drop recently where Adidas blessed us with like 15 or so different pairs, the streets are still fiending for more Yeezy updates. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. Now, recently, some information came across my desk. I was provided a list of multiple SKU numbers which are currently loaded onto the back end of Adidas. Now, this was an extensive list of multiple SKUs, different pairs of Yeezys that have released, you know, all throughout the various years. So you may think that this information is useless, but upon doing my research, looking up a lot of these SKU numbers, I came across a lot of pairs of Yeezys which have yet to release. Now, based off the fact these are loaded onto the back end of Adidas, this means that at one time or another, Adidas had plans to release these. And with so many unreleased pairs sitting around in warehouses, Adidas has yet to make an official statement. But according to many insiders and forecasters, they believe that Adidas will, at one point or another, let these pairs go off to the public. So based off the fact that several of these Yeezys are unreleased, they're loaded onto the back end of Adidas, I feel like these are potential Yeezys that we could see released in the future. Now, you're probably wondering, what these pairs are. Some of these pairs, we know what they are. Some of the SKU numbers are currently unknown. So I'm gonna ask all of the Yeezy detectives for you guys' help on this one. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So first up, we have the SKU number for the unreleased Yeezy Foam Runner Stone Salt. This one appears to be very similar to previously released colorways. So I can't name how many cream variations we have of a Yeezy Foam Runner. And keep in mind, you guys can also look up these SKU numbers yourself on Google. So next up, we have the SKU number for the Yeezy Foam Runner Slate Gray, another similar variation to the Yeezy Slide Onyx, which as well, you have another SKU number for the currently unreleased Yeezy Foam Runner Granite. So I don't know if Adidas is trolling us or what, but all three of these colorways, very similar to previously released colorways. But then again, no one's complaining because there's still so many people that have yet to be able to try these various Yeezy models. So why not bring something back in a similar tone? Now, this next SKU number is a pair that I feel like people will be very excited for. This is the Yeezy 500 High Tactical. Now, these joints go crazy. You have an infusion of what appears to be the Yeezy Season 4 boot on the upper, and then of course for the sole, you got the Yeezy 500, leading to a real interesting hybrid model. There's also some real interesting features with a pair of laces that can set themselves on fire. So a really purposeful tactical boot right here. But all things aside, I feel like these joints are just dope to rock, and it's almost like a brand new Yeezy silhouette. So I would be super hyped if Adidas drops these, and based off the fact that the SKU is already loaded onto the back end, I feel like it's a no-brainer that these will eventually release at some time or another. Now, this next one we have is the SKU for the Yeezy 500 Bone White, a sneaker that originally released, I want to say, back in like 2019. Now, if you guys don't believe me, you can look up the SKU for yourself. This is actually a brand new SKU number for the 2023 version. So this is a pair that I guess you can call as a re-release of the Yeezy 500 Bone White. And then these next few SKU numbers are all pairs that if you look up on Google, you know, are unknown of which these actual models will look like. So first up, we have another colorway for the Yeezy Knit Runner, as well as a colorway unreleased pair of the Yeezy Boost 700. So you got the 700 V1, and it's been a minute since Adidas actually dropped a new colorway. That's one of their flagship models. So I was real interested to see that they didn't actually drop anything on that last big Yeezy drop. Next up, we have another colorway for the Yeezy 500 High. This is another unreleased colorway. And then lastly, a unreleased pair of the Yeezy 350 V2 Compact. So on these last four SKU numbers, I need all of the Yeezy detectives, you know, to do their best trying to figure out what these models are. But I just gave you guys a list of 9 potential upcoming releases. Again, these are all SKU numbers that are currently loaded onto the back end of Adidas. It doesn't mean that these are guaranteed to release, but I feel like based on the fact that they're loaded up onto the back end, it's a clear indicator that these are potential releases that we could see, you know, coming up from Adidas. So that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what y'all think. Drop all of your feedback in the comment section down below, and if you haven't done so, drop a thumbs up on today's video. I hope everybody enjoys their holiday. Tomorrow I'll be taking the day off, and we'll be back to our regularly scheduled program coming up on Wednesday. So salute to everybody. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.